Okay, anyway, let's start. So, today we are going to talk about how we should evaluate whether an expository essay is successful or not. So, just to remind you, an expository essay is called expository because it comes from the French word expose. And an expose is when you um, reveal information, right? When you explain, right, information, that's called an expose. So an expository writing is when you explain how something works or you explain what you think about something. That's an expository writing. Okay, so next, yes, editing first, then expository writing for compo. Okay, then lastly, current affairs, depending whether we have time. We might just do something that you guys are more interested in. All right, here we go. So let's read this first, and then let's acknowledge that in the first and last lines, it's actually the present tense. Everything's written in the present tense. Last line and first line as well, present tense. Okay, so let's read it once through, and I think all of you have given me your answers over here. So I'll just call out the people who got it wrong, and then you guys just change accordingly. Okay? The theme for this year's World Water Day, which falls on March 15, is Go Big on Saving Water. National Water Agency PUB hopes its message can reach many 200,000 people through various efforts. It is working with some 200 partners to run community programs in more than 250 locations, and the organizers are not dry in ideas. The main site this year will be Marina Barrage, when some 10,000 people were set to take part in cycling activities and a Zumba and hip hop sessions. Organizers also hope the message of water conservation can be spread through games and contests. One of them involved hawkers competing to see who uses the least amount of water. Other games include a inter-school water conservation animation contest. This is definitely a great platform to showcase Singapore's efforts. Now, in terms of difficulty level, boys and girls, this is graded at approximately 7 upon 10 difficulty. Okay, so this is actually one of the more difficult editing pieces out there. So it's no wonder that no one actually got everything correct except for two students, Birkin and Inchi. All right. Everyone else has at least one mistake. Most of you have more than three mistakes actually. So don't be too stressed about it. This is actually a more difficult one, and it would take you a long time to spot some of the mistakes because some of them are actually a combination of punctuation and grammar kind of mistakes. Some of them are not very obvious because they're like an English phrasing mistake. Like you can imagine that word actually working over there, but it actually doesn't because it doesn't work like that normally in English. There's no grammar explanation for it. It's just a collocation, which means these words normally go together in English, right? So you won't know collocations unless you've been speaking and reading and writing and listening to English for a long period of time. And you're like a native, speaker, writer, listener, and reader. Yeah. So if you didn't do too well online, don't worry. All right. Many of your classmates didn't as well. Unluck. Yes, unluck. Your score is actually 6 upon 10 online. Hmm, that's right. Okay, so only Birkin and Inchi got the full marks. Yeah, it showed green on your paper. Um, let me download the results again. There might have been some changes. Give me a second. Sometimes the computer changes stuff, and I don't know. So let me just double check it. Yes, unluck. It's still reported as you having 6 upon 10. No change there. So the computer might have shown you green on some of your questions, but it's because some of the questions they don't actually have an answer for it, so they will accept whatever answers you put in. But then when I compare it with the model answers, right, you are actually getting it wrong. So that's why it's in red. Yeah, so that's what's being shown over here. Okay. But anyway, let's start. So question 1. Excuse me. Okay, question 1. Angus and Unluck, give me your answers again for question 1. This is the example I was talking about, where it's a mixture of a punctuation mistake and a grammar mistake, kind of. Angus is correct. Fantastic. Unluck is correct. So the answer here is this, right? National Water Agency, PUB, hopes its message. So its over here cannot have an apostrophe S, like what I've mentioned to you guys before, right? It's just ITS to show something belongs to it. It's a special word. Only this one works like this. Without apostrophe, it means it, the thing belongs to it. Okay? Question 2. Its message can reach many 200,000 people through various efforts. So this is very, very obvious. We all know that the word many over here is wrong, right? But a lot of you still got it wrong. Okay? Think about your answer again. Angus, Chloe, Unluck, Jimin, and Wesley. Oh, sorry. Yulong didn't do it online. Yulong needs to give me the answer as well. So Yulong, I'm just assuming that your first one you got it correct, okay? But the rest as well, please. Yes, Chloe, we can use that. Fantastic. That's good. Yes, Wesley, we can use that. That's good. Unluck, we can use that. That's good. Angus, you can use that. That's good. Jimin, you can use that. That's good. And Yuliang, that's correct. Fantastic. Okay, so over here there are many words we can use, right? Hope its message can reach. Normally we will use over, right? Over 200,000 people, or about. So basically any guesstimate words, right? Like you're guessing, making an estimate, you call them guesstimate words. That's not a real word, by the way, guesstimate. It's just like a guess estimate. So over 200,000, about 200,000, around 200,000, approximately 200,000. All of these words will work. All right. You can also say can reach some 200,000 people. That works as well. All right. So a few possible answers for this, but good. Everyone got it right eventually. And then question 3. It is working with some 200 partners to run. So over here, they kind of like given you like a possible clue over here, right? Like it's telling you around 200. So you can use the same thing over here as well, right? Around 200,000, right? So the clue is right there. How about question 3? Yu Leong, I need your answer. The rest got it correct for question 3. So just Yu Leong. Around? No. Some is not a mistake over there. Some is actually correct. So question 3, right, Yu Leong, is actually correct. All right, it's a tick. There's actually no errors there. Okay, next. In more than 250 locations, and the organizers are not dry in ideas. Now that sounds weird. All right. Following pupils, give me your answers. Angus, Chloe, Wesley, Yu Leong. You are correct, Angus. I still need, yes. Wesley is correct. Chloe is correct. Normally we use the other one, Angus. We don't use the one that you're proposing right now. Waiting for Yu Leong. Yu Leong, the weird part is the last part there, right? Dry in ideas. Like, that's just weird. Make a guess, Yu Leong. You don't say dry in ideas. What should we change it to? In terms of like a collocation, English collocation here. This is a tough one. That's why a lot of people got it wrong. Very good. Okay, so Yu Leong, it's dry on ideas, yeah? People are not dry on ideas. Okay, which means they have a lot of ideas. They're not dry on ideas. If you're dry, it means you don't have ideas. Next question 5. The main site this year will be Marina Barrage when 10,000 people were set. So over here, question 5, for this era, I would need these people to give me the answers again. Chloe, Enlak, Karthik, Jimin, Wesley, Yu Leong. Karthik is correct. Chloe is correct. Jimin is correct. Enlak is correct. Wesley is correct. And how about Yu Leong? So think about it, Yu Leong. Marina Barrage is a place, right? Yes, Yu Leong is right. Okay. What word changed to where? Give me the full answer. Yes, that's right. Okay. So Marina Barrage is a place. You can't use when. It's not the time, right? So the main site this year will be Marina Barrage, where some 10,000 people, okay, were set. Okay, over here, for question 6, were set to take part in cycling activities and a Zumba and hip hop. All right, so something wrong over here for question 6. Keep in mind that the passage is in the present tense. All right, following people give me the answers again. Chloe, Enlak got it correct. Karthik, Wesley, Yu Leong. Yu Leong is correct. Karthik, what word changed to that? Chloe, you're correct. Wesley, you're correct. Karthik, you have to give me the word that changes to that as well. Which word changes to that? Although you're correct. Yes, that's right. Okay. So we have to change were over here to are. The whole passage is actually in the present tense. Where did the past tense suddenly pop up over here? So, where some 10,000 people are set to take part in cycling activities and a Zumba and hip hop sessions. So the error over here, right, is actually carried on from the previous sentence. Look at this. Cycling activities and a Zumba and hip hop. Look, a Zumba and hip hop. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have circled that. That's not the error. I'll just highlight it instead. Right? A Zumba and hip hop sessions. That's just nonsense. What should we change it to? Yu Leong. Just need Yu Leong's answer for this. Rest of you got it correct. It was super obvious.